Hello, friends, and welcome back to another amazing story. Today, I'm going to share a timeless tale about a simple woodcutter that answers that very question. This isn't just a story about chopping wood, it's a deep lesson about integrity, greed, and how the universe tests us when we least expect it. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the deep forest where our story begins. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled on the edge of a dense, ancient forest, lived a woodcutter. He was a very poor man. His clothes were tattered, his sandals were worn thin, and he lived in a humble little hut that leaked when it rained. Despite his poverty, he was known throughout the village for one thing: his honesty. Every single day, rain or shine, he would hike into the forest with his trusty, rusty iron axe. It was heavy and old, but it was the only tool he owned. One fateful morning, the woodcutter found a sturdy oak tree right by the edge of a deep, rushing river. He thought this wood would fetch a good price. He began to chop. Thwack, thwack, thwack. The rhythm of the axe echoed through the trees. He was working harder than usual, wiping sweat from his brow. Suddenly, his hands, slippery with sweat, lost their grip. The axe flew out of his hands, spun through the air, and with a heartbreaking splash, disappeared into the deep, dark waters of the river. The woodcutter froze. That axe was his livelihood. Without it, his family would starve. He fell to his knees at the riverbank, burying his face in his hands, and began to weep uncontrollably. He felt utterly hopeless, staring at the ripples in the water, praying for a miracle. Just as his tears hit the river, a strange light began to glow from the depths. The water swirled and bubbled, and slowly a magnificent figure emerged. It was the river goddess, radiating a magical blue light. Her voice was like a gentle melody as she asked, "My child, why do you cry?" Trembling, the woodcutter explained his tragic loss. The goddess smiled kindly and dove back into the water. Seconds later, she resurfaced holding a dazzling axe made of solid gold. "Is this your axe?" she asked. The woodcutter was stunned. That axe could buy the entire village. But he shook his head and said, "No, mother, that is not mine." The goddess dove again and returned with a sparkling silver axe. "Is this one yours?" Again, the woodcutter refused. "No, mine is made of old iron and wood." Finally, she brought up his old rusty axe. The woodcutter's face lit up. "Yes, that is mine." Impressed by his unwavering honesty, the goddess gave him his iron axe, and as a reward, she gifted him the gold and silver axes too. The woodcutter returned home a rich man, proving that honesty is indeed the greatest treasure. However, the story doesn't end there. A neighbor who was known for his greed and jealousy heard about the woodcutter's fortune. Blinded by envy, he grabbed an axe and ran to the river. He found the same spot and deliberately threw his axe into the water, then sat down and pretended to cry loudly. The goddess appeared again, asking the same question. When she brought up the golden axe and asked, "Is this yours?" the greedy man immediately shouted, "Yes, yes, that is mine." The goddess, disgusted by his lie, frowned. She didn't give him the gold axe, nor did she return his own axe. She vanished, leaving the greedy man with nothing but his regret. He learned the hard way that greed cost him everything. And so, friends, remember this: shortcuts might look tempting, but truth builds a foundation that lasts forever. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.